So as we move forward into a number of capabilities that we feel the future is absolutely demanding, we are operating in the jargon at the margin, right? These new graduates, younger people that are entering the workforce. We have an awful lot of very, very important organizations in the world that have workforces in place already, an installed base, if you will, and they have to think about how they're developing their own competencies, not just by hiring the newest generation of graduates, but also in their own internal training and so forth. So a few quick suggestions on how one might think about, within an organizational context, sort of moving this larger needle a little bit faster than just by hiring the next generation. First of all, the notion of being explicit about what the right competency model is for an industry, for a context, and it will of course differ. There's no general theory, there's no universal list. But as firms begin to see what some business schools and others have done in this area, the notion is, look, this 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever they are, experimentation, problem framing, opportunity recognition, managing ambiguity and conflict, influence without authority, there are many that could go on this list. But part of it is making that first step of let's take a stand on what we think is most important for this firm and this industry's future. A second point that I think is essential is understanding, look, can we demonstrate when this stuff has value? For example, if there's a team of young people that is trained in this new way, can we demonstrate in a kind of lab experiment, if you will, to use the experimentation theme, how new value got created that might not have been from people that were of a different generation and trained under a different context. So sort of running the experiment so that people can see the value on the ground, that's absolutely fundamental. And then I think a third that is always potent is a kind of demonstration effect, because we talk about generations in generalities, but there will always be people in every generation of a workforce that will have more or less of these things. And pulling out the ones that have been around quite a long time that are relatively good at these things for whatever reason, and giving them a master class, an ability to make a presentation in front of other leaders, to present how they got to where they got, how it's been valuable, to open an awareness among the installed base of the world's going in this direction, and every time we tap into this, we see the value, and let me show you how. There's nothing quite like having an inside leader stand up and say, this is the way I see it going. That would be one of my recommendations.